right? So let's take a look at the common sales communication problems. Isa-isahin natin, no? Number one, talking too much. Ayan, so marami mga salespeople po tayo ngayon. They just talk too much. You know, salita ka na salita, sabi ka na sabi about your product and service. But guess what? Your customers do not care about what you're saying. Your customers do not care about your product. You know what they care about? They care about their problems. Yeah, that's what they care about, no? So sabihin, yung mga problema po nila ang importante sa kanila. And therefore, kung gusto mong mahuli ang kanilang loob, you have to start listening to their problems. And listening to their problems mean you have to ask about it, right? You have to ask them about their problems and of course, listen to their answers. Let them talk. Stop talking kasi yan po ang unang problema. We talk and present and describe our product without letting the customer express yun talagang nararamdaman niya, yung sitwasyon niya sa kanyang negosyo o kaya sa kanyang requirement, di ba? Let them speak first. Second, pitching too early. Ayun. So, kakasalita mo, binibentahan mo na rin kaagad siya. Di ba? Nagbebenta ka na kaagad sa kanya. Well, you have to stop doing that because ang weird. Imagine this, meron akong kwento sa inyo. There was one time I was visiting a auto shop. Yung bilihan ng mga auto accessories. That's what I mean. So I went into the auto accessory shop. Okay, this was so many years ago. All right. And one of the promodizers approached me while I was browsing. While I was browsing, one of them approached me and then started telling me about this wonderful product na panlinis ng windshield. Panglinis ng windshield. So, ang dami daw bumibili sa kanila noon, a very popular product, tsaka talagang very effective pag umuulan. Alam niyo yun, pagka daw meron nung kanilang product ay naka-apply dun sa windshield mo. Kahit ganong kalakas na ulan, ay hindi magkakaroon ng marks ang iyong windshield. Alam niyo yun, I'm sure you've seen products like that, no? So, ang ganda naman, actually, it's very amazing habang in-explain niya, no? And he was starting to sell it to me na, sir, kumuha na po kayo, ang ganda po nito ngayon, at the same time, meron po kami promo. If you buy one, you will get one free, di ba? So, parang buy one, take one, may promo daw sila. Okay, and then suddenly, finally, he asked me, sabi niya, sir, ano bang sasakyan mo? Diba? He asked me that question. Sir, ano ba sasakyan mo ngayon? And during that time, when I entered that auto accessory shop, wala po akong car. As in, I do not drive a car during that time. So sinabi ko sa kanya, alam mo pare, ang ganda ng product mo, pero I cannot buy it kasi wala akong sasakyan. Tama yung tanong mo kung ano sasakyan ko. Wala akong sasakyan. So, hindi ko binili, in other words. No? Although I appreciated yung kanyang presentation. But the point there being, binebentahan niya kaagad ako without really knowing my situation. Diba? At marami pong ganyang salespeople. And we have to stop that kind of habit na benta ka tayo kaagad. Alright? Number 3, explaining features instead of value. Ito, maganda rin tong example. Marami po mga salespeople, they just tell you what their product is all about. Hindi ba? Halimbawa, pag bibili kayo ng cellphone, pansinin niyo yung mga, I challenge you, no? The next time you go to a mall, mag-approach po kayo sa isang cellphone vendor. Tapos, tignan niyo yung isang model nila. And observe and listen to how they present their product. You'll be surprised. Ang mga minimension nila sa inyo, puro features. Walang value sa iyo yung mga sinasabi nila. For example, sasabihin nila, ito po sir, meron po itong 256 MB RAM. Wow, ang laki, di ba? Tapos meron po itong AMOLED display screen. Wow, sounds nice, di ba? Pero ano nasa isip natin? Ano ngayon kung meron siyang AMOLED? Ano ngayon kung meron siyang 256 MB na storage capacity? alam mo yon, hindi niya na-explain in terms of what is the value of those features. Di ba? Kunyari yung AMOLED, ang value po nito ay pwede kayong makakita nyo pa rin po clearly ang screen ng cellphone nyo even in the day, no? Naglalakad kayo sa araw, makikita, naglalakad kayo sa labas, makikita nyo malinaw pa rin po yung screen nyo. 'Di ba? Hindi yung parang pinipilit nyong masilip kung ano yung laman ng screen nyo, 'di ba? Ayan. O yan, that's value for you, 'di ba? At least ibig sabihin malinaw lagi ang tingin mo sa screen mo. Ayan, 'di ba? Yung 256 MB, sir, ang dami mo pong mga pictures malalagay dito. Thousands of pictures, di nyo kailangan mag-delete kahit po mga paulit-ulit yung photos nyo. Nandito na po lahat. You don't even have to think about the storage. No? Ganyan, no? So that would be more valuable to me because now kung mahilig ako mag-photograph, di ibig sabihin, ang galing ang dami kong malalagay, may store na pictures. And there's still room for movies pa po. Di ba? Ang galing, no? So that's how you would be presenting your features, yung value niya. Ano ba yung value niya? And number 4, getting defensive with objections. This is also another problem with most salespeople. Pag yung customer nag-object, normally salespeople are defensive. No? Meaning, for example, sinabi, ang mahal naman. Naku sir, hindi po mahal to. In fact, murang-mura na nga po to compared to other options you have in the market. So, dinidefend mo na kaagad yung price mo, right? When in fact, that should not be the way to do that or to handle that. Mamaya po pag-uusapan natin how to properly, no? But the point here is maraming salespeople are like that. And therefore, again, it breaks down the communication process. Pag naging defensive ka, di syempre parang sinabi mo na hindi valid yung sinasabi ng customer, di ba? And when the customer feels na parang na-block siya, yun nga kasi dumidepensa ka sa kanya, parang it's either he will just stand still or walk away from the deal or even argue with you at ikaw naman makikipag-argue pa rin ako lalo nang nasira ang usapan, di ba? And finally, not clearly asking for a decision. Ayan, no? When we do not ask for their decision after all the presentations and after all the explanations, tapos we do not ask them to make a decision, what happens to us, diba? What happens is nabibitin tayo. At kahit si customer, nabibitin din. You know why? Because the customer actually is looking for the solution. And kung yung pinakita mo at present mo is the solution that he is looking for, sometimes kailangan niya talaga ng push, di ba? Ng a little bit of motivation para to grab your solution offering, right? So to do that, you have to ask for the decision. You have to ask the customer, sir, okay ba? Can we proceed? Is this something that you can imagine using? Mga ganyan. Pag sinabihan ka na ng yes, hindi sabihin interested na talaga siya. He wants to buy your product or service. And you can move on to the next step, which is probably to sign a contract or an agreement or to finally buy and give you payment for your product or service, right? So yan po yung mga problema sa communications ng mga salespeople that we need to address. And that's what we're going to be doing this afternoon.